other question we had was about ease in and out and moving holds. So ease in and out is basically just making sure that as your character comes to a stop, they don't just freeze. So they're not just lock into place. You want to ease in. You want to have your animation slow down so they move fast and then ease to a stop. It comes to a gradual stop. That makes things far more interesting. Now, the problem with ease in and out, and ease out is the same thing. It's when your character is going to start moving, instead of just moving at a linear speed, they start slow and build up the speed. That's basically it. The problem with ease in and out is that if you only use them, you're going to get a very boring animation because everything just kind of eases in, eases out, eases in, eases out, eases in. And it's just kind of not super interesting. So instead, what you can do is overshoot, which is the same thing, but instead of just coming to a stop and pausing, you are going to overshoot and then come back. So it comes back a little bit. So you're going past the point that you want to stop and then stopping. Overshoot that point. So that is still an ease in and out, but you're just kind of going a little extra. It's combining another element. Now, the reason that's important is the mixture of these is what's going to make interesting moving holds, along with breaking up the action. So the thing that kills a moving hold is essentially you hold and you just want to keep a little bit of motion where the character doesn't just freeze and totally just stop. Instead, they move and, for example, I'll stop and there's this kind of settle afterwards. Now, the way you make them interesting is you mix up how everything comes to a stop. So for example, let's say I have my hand and we'll do the head. If I go in and you see how everything came to a stop at the exact same time in the exact same way. Everything just, that's it. That's not interesting. If I instead have things stop at different times, that's already going to make things more interesting. And you do this by adding breakdowns. So for example, I'll have the hand start moving first and then stop first. So you get that and then the body. So that would be just adding a breakdown, and you'd add an extra key right there where the hand starts to move but the body hasn't yet. And then same thing, a key where the hand stops but the body hasn't yet. So that makes it more interesting. Now, to make it even more interesting, you mix up the overshoots. So for example, the hand can overshoot while the body just eases in. So you get something like this. And now that's much more interesting to look at versus just that. Now, with all of that, the other thing that's going to make a moving hold work is that the individual attributes on the one control. So for example, if you're animating the body, you've got your translate X, Y, and Z, your rotate X, Y, and Z. All of those should ease in and out in different ways. So for example, your translate Y might go up and down and just ease into a stop. Your translate X, the side to side, might go over and overshoot. And in this case, that's going to be the main ones because the next is in and out, but we'll kind of keep it simple. But by doing that, instead of just everything kind of and stopping, now you get that and a little bit of a shake there. Like that. So the Y just goes in and eases, whereas the X overshoots and settles. You mix them up. That's what's going to make a moving hold interesting.